Hello, coin enthusiasts and treasure hunters. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of the United States 1-cent coin from 1978. Could this little piece of copper in your pocket be worth more than its face value? Stick around, because you might be sitting on a hidden fortune. Brief introduction to the 1978 one. The 1978 1-cent coin, commonly known as the Lincoln penny, is a staple of American currency. Designed by Victor David Brenner, it has remained largely unchanged since its introduction in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. In 1978, millions of these coins were minted, but not all are created equal. The unique features, errors, and history behind these coins are what make them so fascinating to collectors today. Let's take a quick journey through history. The Lincoln penny replaced the Indian head cent in 1909. This was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person instead of symbolic imagery. It was a bold move by the U.S. Mint to honor one of the nation's greatest leaders, Abraham Lincoln. Victor David Brenner's design features Lincoln's bust on the obverse, or front, and until 1958, featured two wheat stalks on the reverse. In 1959, to commemorate the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth, the reverse was changed to the iconic Lincoln Memorial design. Cut to a close-up of a 1978 coin showing both the 1978 penny as part of the Lincoln Memorial series and is composed primarily of copper, 95% to be exact, with 5% zinc. This composition is critical because, in 1982, the Mint transitioned to a cheaper zinc core with only a thin copper coating due to rising metal costs. Key features of the 1978 penny. Here are the key features to identify a 1978 L. Features Abraham Lincoln's profile. Look for sharp details in his hair, beard, and the word liberty. The Lincoln Memorial, with the words E pluribus unum above it. 1978 pennies were minted. Keep an eye out for any unusual features like doubling or die errors. These can skyrocket the coin's value. Errors and variations worth big. Now, this is where things get exciting. Certain 1978 pennies are worth far more than 1 cent due to errors and unique variations. Here are some to watch for: doubling in the inscriptions, especially Liberty and In God We Trust. These coins were struck off-center, creating a misaligned design. Irregular raised lines or blobs caused by cracks in the coin die, or higher by professional grading services, can fetch hundreds, even thousands of dollars. Show auction records of high-value sales with Did you know that a 1978 penny in perfect condition sold for over $2,500 at auction? Always check your change. You never know what you might find. Now, let's talk about value. A regular 1978 penny in circulated condition is typically worth its face value, just 1 cent. However, uncirculated coins or those with unique errors can be worth significantly more. Remember, condition is everything. The better preserved your coin is, the higher its potential value. The value of these coins comes down to rarity, condition, and demand among collectors. Error coins are like winning the lottery for numismatists. They're rare and highly sought after. High-grade coins, on the other hand, are valuable because few survive in pristine condition after decades of circulation. To determine your coin's value, follow these steps. A close-up of the 1988 1-cent coin spinning on. Ever wondered if the coins jingling in your pocket could be worth more than face value? Today, we dive deep into the fascinating world of the 1988 United States Liberty 1-cent coin. Not just a humble penny, this coin has a story, and in some cases, a value that might surprise you. The 1-cent coin, often referred to as the penny, holds a special place in American history. First introduced in 1793, it has undergone several design changes over the centuries. By 1909, the Lincoln cent was born to honor President Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the obverse features Lincoln's portrait, which remains iconic to this day. The reverse initially displayed two wheat stalks, known as the wheat cent, but in 1959, the design changed to depict the Lincoln Memorial to celebrate the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. In 1988, the Lincoln cent was still in circulation with the Memorial reverse design. But this coin is more than just another penny. It holds historical and collectible significance. Visuals, Zoomed-in shots of a 1988 penny. The 1988 United States Liberty 1-cent coin was minted during a transitional period in coinage history. Here's what makes it special. 1982, the U.S. Mint switched from solid copper to a copper-plated zinc composition due to rising copper costs. The 1988 penny contains 97.5%. This penny was struck at the Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco mints, with over 11 billion produced across all three facilities in 1988. Here's where the magic happens. Collectors and numismatists prize certain 1988 pennies for their in simple terms. This means that during the minting process, older and newer die designs. One major variety is the 1988 penny featuring the design. You can identify this by closely examining the initials FG, for Frank Gasparo, the designer, on the reverse, near the Lincoln Memorial. If the FG looks closer to the building and thinner, it's the newer reverse designer. Rare and valuable find in a 1988 penny. Value and worth of the 1988. So, how much is a 1988 penny worth? Most 1988 pennies in circulation are only worth their face value of 1 cent. However, uncirculated or mint-state examples can fetch a premium. Among collectors can range from $5 to $50 depending on condition and grade. These can fetch $50 to $100 or more, especially if graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC. To find out if you have a valuable 1988 penny, follow these steps. A magnifying glass or loupe to examine the FG initials. Look for D, Denver, or S, San Francisco, marks under the date. Coins without a mint mark are from Philadelphia. In mint state condition are more desirable. Avoid cleaning them, as this reduces their value. If you suspect you have a rare variety, have it authenticated by a grading service. Why 1988 pennies could be hid. A jar of pennies being emptied onto a. Imagine finding one of these rare varieties in your coin jar. Transitional errors are highly collectible because they tell the story of a unique moment in minting history. The 1988 reverse of 1989 penny is a prime example of how small differences can mean big money. Did you know that a seemingly ordinary 1-cent coin could be worth millions of dollars? Yes, you heard that right, $50 million. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating story of the 1983 United States 1-cent coin, featuring Liberty. We'll uncover its rich history, explore why it's so valuable, and discover how this rare treasure could be hiding in your pocket change. So stay tuned, because this video could literally change your life. The story of the 1983 United States 1-cent coin begins with its production at the Denver Mint. This coin was part of the Lincoln Memorial series, which featured Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, a design created by Victor David Brenner in 1909 to commemorate Lincoln's 100th birthday. In 1983, the U.S. Mint was transitioning from using copper to zinc as the primary metal for pennies due to rising copper prices. Coins struck before 1982 were 95% copper, but by 1983, pennies were made primarily of zinc with a thin copper coating. However, during this transitional period, errors and anomalies occurred, making some coins extraordinarily rare and valuable. So, what makes the 1983 penny so special? It's all about a rare minting error. A small number of 1983 pennies were accidentally struck on leftover copper planchets instead of the standard zinc ones. This error created a unique variation, instantly making these coins valuable to collectors. To give you some perspective, copper planchets weigh 3.11 grams, while zinc planchets weigh only 2.5 grams. If you suspect you have a rare 1983 penny, weighing it is the first step in identifying its value. Now, let's talk about numbers. The current market value of a verified 1983 copper penny is staggering. In auctions, these coins have fetched prices ranging from tens of thousands to millions of dollars, depending on their condition. Experts estimate that the finest examples could be worth up to $50 million in today's market due to their extreme rarity and historical significance. Yes, you heard that right, $50 million. The combination of a rare minting error, historical importance, and collector demand has skyrocketed the value of this coin. Now you might be wondering, how can I tell if I have one of these rare coins? Here's a step-by-step guide. Use a precise scale to check if it weighs 3.11 grams. Look for the 1983 year and the D mint mark below the date. Send your coin to a reputable grading service like PCGS or NGC for authentication and certification. Reach out to a numismatics expert or dealer for a second opinion. If your coin meets these criteria, you could be holding a fortune in your hands. The 1983 D penny is a perfect example of why coin collecting, or numismatics, is more than just a hobby. It's a journey into history, economics, and sometimes even mystery. Rare coins like this are not just valuable, they're tangible pieces of history that tell the story of America's financial and industrial evolution. So, what are you waiting for? Grab your loose change, check your coin jars, and start hunting for that elusive 1983 D penny. Who knows, you could be the next millionaire coin collector. Remember to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more fascinating stories about rare coins and collectibles. Let us know in the comments if you've ever found a valuable coin. We'd love